5 steps to consider as you are coming up with your, Maurice, hi, as you are coming up with your freebie offer to build your list, which, you know, if you guys know about online marketing, the way to make sales online is to grow your email list. About to make the freemium available for download. Awesome. Very cool. So after I'm done with this, if you guys want to tell me kind of what your freemiums are, or if you want some advice on what to create, I'd love to help. So the first thing that you want to do, this is kind of for anybody who doesn't have a freemium yet or who wants to create a new one, you know. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to really listen to your audience. Okay, even if you, obviously your freebie offer, your opt-in, your freemium, that's there to kind of create an audience, you know. So even if you don't have an audience yet, you can look at your social media people. What are they asking? If you are really, really, really just starting out, just jump into other people's broadcasts, you know, blogs, any of their social media. Awesome. Okay, great. I'm glad, Camille. Go look at your people who are like you in your industry doing what you're doing and see what your potential audience or your target audience is saying that they're struggling with, okay? You might have some great, amazing idea to create. I'm going to create this amazing thing teaching people, and they might not care, you know? So the only way to, you know, to create something they want is to find out what they want. And then they're going to opt into your freebie if it's something that is going to solve like a pain point for them. So if there's a common thread that's coming up around your ideal audience or your current audience that they're struggling with, take a note of that. Okay, so come up with a few ideas of things that you can solve for them. So my name's Danielle Ford, you guys. If you're not following me, swipe right, click follow. I do a lot of coaching about marketing and in particular video marketing, but video marketing fits into the whole entire marketing funnel. So, you know, it all goes together. Okay. Well, Lauren, that could be your ads or it could be your freebie, you know. Yeah, it's actually really beautiful today here in Vegas. It's not as hot as it has been. We had a good downpour yesterday. So that could be a couple things. I mean, if you're just not getting in front of the right audience and you have an amazing freebie, they're not going to want it, you know. If you are only promoting, you said you're doing Facebook ads, but a lot of people only promote on their like Facebook page, and then that consists of all their family and friends and acquaintances and you know, people you went to middle school with and whatever, and they might not care about what you're offering. So if you need to make sure you test your offer in front of enough people before you say it's not good. You guys, it's too loud, too loud. Before you say it's not good enough or you need to get a new one, you know, there's a lot of things to consider. So make sure that your offer is something that they really, really want, and that by getting it, it can solve something that they're struggling with right now. If you can solve someone's big problem right now, they're going to want to know, you know, what you can teach them next. Okay, so take a note of a few things like that they're struggling with. You don't even have to know how to answer it yet. Okay, just, you know, be like, this is what I want to help them solve. So number 2 is now you want to consider like what you can do to solve that for them. Okay, so like what can you do to solve it? Can you teach them? You know, is this something you already know and you can just like teach them really quickly? Is there somebody that you could connect them with? Could you maybe bring someone else in front of them, you know, and let that person tell them or teach them? Is this something that you can show them how to do themselves? Or is it a one-time thing that they wouldn't need to do it more than once? You know, like what can you do to solve that for them? So consider that for all of your ideas. Like what can you do? And then number 3 that you want to think is, what is the best way to deliver this? Like, okay, I know what they need. I know that I can solve it in this way. Now, what's the best way to get this problem solved for them? Do they need to see your computer? Are they going to need to see your computer screen? If so, you might want to consider a webinar. Okay. Is it something they need to hold in their hands and use in their office, at their desk, take to the store? Is it something like that? If so, then you might want to create some sort of downloadable PDF, maybe an ebook, depending on how long the content is. And then is it going to take, you know, an hour for them to learn it? Or is it going to take them a few weeks? Or is it going to take them a few days? How long is this going to take them? So consider all of these things when deciding what you should create. So a lot of people go, I need to create a free video series, you know, or I want to do a webinar, but why? You know, awesome. You don't need to do a webinar if what you are delivering is something that you can put really quickly in a PDF. It's actually wasting their time. And I really love webinars and I really love video series, you know, but if it doesn't require it, then why do that? It might be something, maybe you don't know how to do a video series and you realize that this is something that's going to require a video series and you were planning on doing an ebook, but they really need to see you to get the message, you know, the right way. So consider like what's the best way to deliver it to them. And then number 4 that you want to think is, how can you create this the easiest and quickest way possible? And cheapest also. So you don't want to, a lot of people get stuck on their free offer and they, you know, make it too big, or they want to hire the best people to do it. You know, they don't want to, which I recommend, you know, you don't want to give anything for free that looks crappy, because it's going to be, you know, kind of they're going to judge your free offer by what your, you know, paid offers are going to be. So, but at the same time, you don't want to let that be some sort of resistance for you not to get it done. Okay. So just kind of think about it. Sorry, there's like a lot of kids around here. Kids. It's too hot on his feet, apparently. Okay. So yeah, what's the quickest way you can do it? You're deciding between a PDF and an ebook. You know, if you write it yourself, how long is that going to take you? What if you hire a ghostwriter? How long will it take them, and what will it cost? You know, if you do a PDF, how visually appealing does it have to be? Is it something that you can just put together yourself? Is it a simple checklist that doesn't have to be beautiful? Or are you a graphics designer, or are you, you know, appealing to people who respect, like, you know, beautiful things? If so, then you might want to, you know, invest in a designer to create your PDF. So just kind of consider what the best, easiest, quickest, and most cost-efficient way to get it created is going to be. And you're probably going to realize that maybe you can shoot a really quick, you know, video series in one take. Or maybe you realize like you don't actually have the technical knowledge to do a quick video series. It's going to take you like 2 months to do it. So use that when deciding on what you want to give away for free. So then this number 5 is the most important one, okay? Number 5, before you create it, if you do a short training video, should you also provide a PDF of the transcript? That just depends on you. You guys, I'll answer this right now, but I'll answer all your questions at the end. You just got to think if they need the PDF in a transcript form. If they need to watch you walk through it, you know, there's no reason for a PDF. Like, they have to follow through. If it's something that they can always take to somewhere and read and just kind of reread, you know, like there's some books that I always reread, then that would be awesome to give them a bonus transcript. That's even something you could put in your follow-up series as like a bonus gift. Like, hey, you got your video series. Now it's been a week. I just want to make sure you get the information and you always have it handy. Here's a complimentary PDF of, you know, the transcript, so you can always keep it with you or whatever. So that's a great idea. Now, number 5 is the most important thing. Before confirming that you're going to do this, if you've checked off all these things, like, yes, they're struggling with this. I know they're struggling with it. I can totally solve this for them. The best way to deliver it is this. And, hey, Stacy, and hey, Sam. And I found a really quick way to get this done, and I think I can have it done in a week. Okay, so you have check, 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 check. The most important thing to consider before confirming that you're going to create that is after they've downloaded this offer, they've gone through it, and their problem is solved, how can you help them after that with the same type of thing? So here's an example. I know WordPress. You know, hey, Lee, I know WordPress really well. I do most of my own stuff. Unless it's too advanced, I hire it out. But I'm not a web designer. You know, I really don't even enjoy it. I just do it because I can, and it's easier for me to get it done that way. So, and I do often, I do often teach things about WordPress. You know, I'll show how to, you know, do a plugin or whatever, and especially on Periscope. You know, it's not a freebie, but I can just show something, teach it, whatever. I have no problem doing that. I'll share all my knowledge, right? But it would be, even if my target market is struggling with setting up a website, and I know that that's like a really big pain point and I probably can help them, yeah, I want to help them, right? I might connect them with somebody who's a designer. I might do some periscopes and show them what I know, but I'm not going to create a free offer around that. I'm not going to create a video series, a PDF, an ebook, nothing. Pay for Facebook ads, spend all my time promoting it in groups and doing all these, ways of promotion, and build my list around people who want to, get a website up. Once they, figure it out or get their base up, they can't hire me to then like tweak their website or make it better or add graphics to it, or, they can't hire me for anything. So why would I do that? That's silly. So instead of so I would go right back to the drawing board, right? And I go back to the list of struggles that my target market is going through. And I would think of check, and then can I help them afterwards if they still need help or if they want to hire me one-on-one, So those are the 5 things to really consider. And if, again, I was going to say, if I can't help them, then I have absolutely no problem like hooking them up with a designer. I don't have an offer for that, but I know this person who has an amazing free offer, and it's your website checklist or whatever, and then I know that person can totally help them, Please recap. I will recap. Okay, Sean, do you have suggestions for someone who teaches, I don't even know what that word is, Klingon. Stacy, I love you, but your like writing gives me a headache. First of all, how do you have that handwriting? I actually liked it at first, but it's hard to read. Having a funnel to lead somewhere is important. Totally, yeah. So just a quick recap. Tai Chi. Yeah, I don't know that. I would just do a quick Google. That's where my handy friend Google comes in. If you guys are liking this content, would so appreciate you hearting it up. And then also, I'm going to recap right now. So if you think this was valuable, and hey, Anthony, and if thank you guys so much. If you know that your followers will also benefit from it, please share this with them. We already went through the main content. I'm going to go through another recap kind of quickly, and then yay! And then I'm going to open it up to Q&A. Okay, guys. So just once again, 5 steps to create your new freebie or your first freebie or whatever it is. I have a bunch of them. They're super fun to make, but you'll find it's the stuff that you didn't think would works. Oh, thank you for sharing. So number 1, you really want to listen to your audience. And don't just listen to what they're saying, listen to what they're struggling with and what their biggest pain points are. If you don't already have your own audience, go to someone who's like you, and they probably have a similar audience, and kind of see what kind of things they're struggling with. Okay, so take notes, get like 5 things in your arsenal to be able to create. Oh, thanks for recapping, Stacy. Oh, awesome. Casey's awesome. Yeah, so get 5 ideas, and then you can always create them later, or if it doesn't work out through all the 5 checks, you can go to the next one, okay? So make sure that it's something that they are struggling with, and then, awesome. And then number 2, think about what you can do for them to solve it. Are you able to teach them? Can you connect them with somebody else? Maybe host, a webinar, but it still kind of goes hand in hand with what you teach or what you do. But bring somebody else on as an expert. Can you show them how to do it themselves? Is it something that they have to be shown once just to fix something really quick, and then it's fix it and set it and it's done? Or is it something they have to continually do over and over, so they need to actually learn it? Just think about how you can help them. Or this, even if you're not online marketer, if you're more brick and mortar, could you give them a coupon? Will that help them? Maybe they're struggling with the price, so you can give them a freebie offer of a $50 off, or free consultation, or whatever. There's a lot of things, but how can you help them? So then number 3, what's the best way to deliver it so that they get results? Thank you. Will they need to see your computer? If so, you definitely want to go the route of a webinar. Do they need it in their hands? If so, consider an ebook or a PDF. some sort of visual thing they can keep with them at all times. How long is it going to take them to complete it? Will it be an hour to complete it and then it's done? If so, maybe one free video, maybe, one free a blog post or something, or a PDF. Is it going to take them a few weeks to follow through and do this? It might be a series of videos. It might be a few days. It might be a challenge, something I just created that's working pretty well. Number 4, how can you create this in the quickest and easiest and cheapest way possible without cutting corners? Thank you so much, Stacy. Without cutting corners, what is your target market going to respect? Do they care about graphic design? Some people don't. Some people won't even look at it if it's not visually appealing. They might not even have that much content on it, but if it's beautiful, they're gonna, think it's amazing. So, do you need to hire a graphic designer? Does it need to be a lot? Does it need to be long? Is your target market, for instance, my Young Moms Club? They're not readers typically. You got to keep the content short. They like really short ebooks and guides and checklists and stuff like that. Or is it a more like corporate type of audience who's going to really respect a longer, that'll be like a way to sell it, a 100-page ebook for free, What's the length? So how long is it going to take you to write it? Could you hire someone out? What would that cost? What's your time frame? And just, do you know how to do videos? Are you terrible at videos? Is that going to be super expensive? Just consider how long it's going to take you and, the efficiency of getting it done. So then number 5, most important, thank you. Number 5, most important is how can you help them after you've solved this problem for them with your free offer? So I'll give my example of my new 5-day Periscope challenge. It's been out about a week, and I was kind of considering, I'm like, I want to do some sort of Periscope freebie, So I'm like, should I do a Periscope course, or should I do a video that kind of walks through me scoping, or should I interview the top 5 scopers and give that for free? It was like, what can I do? And then I realized after listening to people that people weren't struggling with how to use Periscope. Everybody's totally fine commenting in here. They were struggling with actually scoping, and maybe they did 2 already and they didn't get the results they want, or they felt, you guys, stop it right now. Let go of her. Logan, last chance. He's just murdering her. Or they're struggling with being consistent with it, or, they just don't know what to scope about. So to me, creating a 5-day challenge, it never stops, just never stops. Creating a 5-day challenge was the best way for me to solve that problem, I didn't think they needed a Periscope course. I do have like free content on my blog about how to use Periscope and whatnot, but that was the answer to that. And then there's lots of ways that totally aligns with what I do with video stuff and private coaching and whatever. So it totally made sense to create that kind of group and then just offer value. But there's no reason for me to. I also do graphics. I do like a lot of my own graphics, but I'm so not a graphic designer. So I might show how I do something in Photoshop, but I'm not going to offer to do your graphics for you, ever. So why would I give a Photoshop tutorial? That would be silly. Or, some sort of checklist to make sure you have all of your graphics in order or something if they can't actually hire me to create it for them. That would be like just a waste of my energy, waste of my time, a waste of my money promoting it. That would be silly, even though that might be a pain point for them. I would just rather show how I use my graphics, what I do, and then direct them to one of the graphic designers that I really like, So yeah, those are the 5 things to keep in mind to choose the best freebie to give away. So does anybody have any questions? If you have any specific questions regarding freebies or list building, do you use a WordPress plugin for a lead capture page? Any recommendations? I use lead pages. Well, first you need an email capture system. I use Aweber currently, and that works just fine. It'll create opt-in boxes, kind of basic type opt-in boxes that you can then put on your website or put into you have a server. I'm not sure you have Aweber. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you know what Aweber is. You can put that into Facebook apps and things like that. Totally works fine. I built my list with Young Moms Club by using only Aweber. Best received offer, good question. I'll answer that in a second. I built my list just with Aweber, but then when I switched to lead pages, I'm going to say it tripled my conversions. I started business is $0. Okay. I'm going to show you my affiliate link for lead pages really quick if I can find it right here. Freebie that I can create around the topic. Okay. Here's my affiliate link for lead pages. DanielleFord.com/lead pages. If anybody buys from this, it'll give me a couple dollars a month. Would super appreciate it. Also, if you do use that link, just let me know. And if you ever need support or whatever, I want to jump on a video call. I'll just like help, show you what I do or help set it up or whatever you need. I love lead pages mostly because it's super easy. Like it just takes me like 4 minutes to put up a new lead page or lead box or whatever.